Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Tech Talk, Ingrasys Advanced Cooling Solution. We are living in a world surrounded with lots of data that takes a huge amount of processing and computation. With this growing demand of computation, the heat dissipation of the processors goes beyond people's imagination. Today, data centers consume up to 3% of the worldwide electricity. Ingrasys' target is to provide solutions with high thermal efficiency. As we deep dive in the power consumption of data center operation, a significant portion is consumed by the cooling systems used to keep the systems running within the design temperature envelopes. With the latest generation of CPUs consuming close to 400 watts and GPUs using upwards of 700 watts, we are approaching the limits of air cooling. From the thermal-physical point of view, the heat transfer medium of liquid is much more effective than air at removing heat from a hot chip. Therefore, liquid cooling offers two main benefits for cooling. First, it efficiently removes heat from high-power chips, and second, it decreases the energy used for cooling to reduce the operating expenses of the data center.
To achieve that goal at Ingrasys, we developed a series of rack-level liquid cooling solutions, as well as immersion cooling technology to meet our clients' demands and sustainability goals. For rack-level liquid cooling, we used a combination of direct-to-chip cooling and heat exchangers. Direct-to-chip means we use a pumping unit to push the liquid through a cold plate, which is installed on the hot chips like CPUs or GPUs, transferring the heat from the chip to the liquid. The heated liquid circulates to a rear door heat exchanger with fans or a plate heat exchanger that uses facility water to transfer the heat to the outside ambient. There are various types of liquid cooling solutions to meet different requirements from data center users. Thus, here I would like to show you our Ingrasys solutions for different scenarios. If your data center uses traditional air cooling without facility water loop, but you still need liquid cooling to deal with your IT gear, our liquid-to-air rack, Liquid-to-Air 045, is the one that can fit your requirements. The key idea is using a large radiator with fans on the rear side of the rack to increase the heat transfer area and the airflow rates that can enable the rack to cool up to 45 kW. As mentioned, this can provide you with a liquid cooling solution without changing your current data center infrastructure. In the second scenario, if your data center has facility water support to the IT racks, you can choose our liquid-to-liquid 1000 or liquid-to-liquid 1001 racks to fulfill your HPC requirements. As mentioned before, since liquid is more efficient than air for transferring heat, the liquid-to-liquid rack doubles the cooling capacity of the liquid-to-air rack. Thus, the cooling capacity of those racks can go up to 100 kW under ASHRAE W3 facility water supply. Furthermore, if your rack unit already has the cold and hot I/O placement, you can select liquid-to-liquid 1000 that exhausts some heat to air. If you don't have and don't intend to construct cold and hot I/O containment, you can use the liquid-to-liquid 1001 solution for easy deployment. The main difference between our liquid-to-liquid 1000 and the liquid-to-liquid 1001 is the rear door heat exchanger. For the direct-to-chip liquid cooling solution, a liquid cold plate is added to cool the high-power chips, but the rest of components like DIMMs, storage drives, PCIe cards, etc. still utilize air cooling. The rear door heat exchanger in the liquid-to-liquid 1001 uses facility water to cool the hot air so its exhaust at neutral room temperature. It reduces the power required in the computer room's air conditioner as well. Now, let's talk about immersion cooling technology. Based on its literal meaning, this cooling technology entirely immerses a full IT system into a container filled with an electrical non-conductive fluid. In this environment, the fluid removes heat not only from the CPUs and GPUs, but from all components in the system. Based on different heat transfer mechanisms, it can be separated into single-phase and two-phase immersion cooling. Single-phase immersion cooling changes the heat transfer media from air to liquid and use forced convection to remove heat from the components. Two-phase immersion cooling increases the heat transfer by using the boiling phase change. Both types need a facility water supply in the data center to move the heat to the outside, like the liquid-to-liquid rack solution. Because the entire system is immersed into the fluid, the amount of airflow required in the data center is greatly reduced compared to rack-type cooling solutions. Thus, the air handler unit system of your facility can be reduced. By forecast, the energy consumption of traditional air cooling data centers in 2030 will go as high as 752 terawatt-hours. If immersion cooling technology is adopted, the PUE can be reduced from 1.5 down to 1.06, and the energy consumption could be lowered to 450 terawatt-hours.
Choosing the most appropriate liquid cooling technology, whether a rack-level liquid cooling or immersion cooling, depends on all sorts of factors. In our perspective, each solution has a role to play because all these solutions have pros and cons depending on data center requirements and limits. Thus, Ingrasys is developing all of this advanced cooling technology. By doing that, we can recommend the best solution to fit your data center requirements.
Ingrasys is dedicated to developing next-generation advanced cooling solutions. To achieve this goal, we invest and build up an advanced liquid cooling lab with source of equipment for liquid cooling as well as immersion cooling technology from component level to rack level. In this cooling lab, the thermal physical properties and characters of this advanced cooling technology can be figured out through a series of fundamental research. By doing this, it can help us to design an optimized rack or tank system with suitable IT gears. Thus, we can find the best way to fulfill your requirement and provide you our fantastic products with total solution.
Our obligation and social responsibility is to provide environment-friendly solutions and to conserve energy to preserve our future. Enhancing power usage, efficiency, reducing carbon emissions, and eliminating wastewater are all environmental issues we care about. Ingrasys is your good partner to help you achieve your 2030 environmental goals to become carbon neutral and water positive. Please feel free to contact us if you have any need. We look forward to being your best partner. Thank you very much.